Hey guys, we are back with another Five Nights at Freddy's 2 movie discussion. Today's video is all about the lore. That was terrible. In the Five Nights at Freddy's 2 movie, there's some specific things that are very, very interesting in the plot of this movie, aka the box that Vanessa opens up with all the items, the Garrett's plane and the bag of marbles and stuff like that. Lore about the FNAF 2 location, how there was only one victim there, Charlie, and the toys and the prototypes are not possessed. So we're going to talk about that today. But a quick PSA, everybody needs to hear right now, okay? This is the movie universe story. We should know that by now, and we should separate them, okay? Until Scott says, hello, the movie universe is the same as the game universe, then we've got to separate them. So there's the book universe lore, the game universe lore, and the movie universe lore, okay? They're all separate. Obviously, things in each one combined together. And again, this is a discussion video, guys. I'm not saying the box has Afton's victims' trophies inside, or because the movieverse says that only the puppet was murdered at the location, that means that the game universe is the same. I am right. So, like, it's just a discussion video, guys. I'm not saying I'm right. I'm not saying anything. It's just a fun video to talk to you guys because, you know, the movie lore is very interesting. So, yeah, just a bit of fun. And, of course, I'd love to know your thoughts and ideas in the comment section, please. Anything I missed today. Just so you know, we are going to be doing another movie video soon about the Easter eggs in FNAF 2. But I'm going to be waiting December 23rd. When the movie's out digitally. So I can actually show what I'm talking about, if that makes sense. Okay, so the first thing I want to talk about, and the one that I like the most, is the most easiest one, is the box. So in the FNAF movie, even in the trailers, we see it in the trailers, and we theorized about this before. Vanessa goes into a closet and opens up a box, and inside of that box are specific items of her past, or items from different victims of William Afton. We can connect that still with William Afton's trophies. So we theorized that when William Afton kills a victim and gets a toy or an item from that victim, he gives that item to his daughter Vanessa, which is incredibly twisted and sick. But we know that from the first movie because when Vanessa's a child, the picture, she's holding Garrett's plane. Mike Schmidt's younger brother gets murdered by William Afton. William Afton takes that plane, Garrett's toy, and gives it to Vanessa. Inside of that box is Garrett's plane, a bag of marbles. I'm pretty sure it was like a mirror. We can assume that those other items, the bag of marbles, the mirror, are items from other victims. For example, like the bag of marbles could have belonged to Freddy's spirit. The mirror could have belonged to Susie's spirit. I hope that makes sense. I feel like that would be a good explanation of the box in FNAF 4. I think that's a good... Yeah, if you could be Scott, what would you put inside the most biggest mystery in FNAF? The box. I think victims' items works well. I think that's a good idea. I'll be real, guys. I think that's why Scott did that. I think that's why Scott showed a box and Vanessa opening it with Garrett's plane in and stuff. I think that's to be like, hey, this is the FNAF 4 box, and in the FNAF 4 box are all of William Afton's trophies of his killings in the past. And that's why it's locked up and top secret for nobody to open. Again, I feel like that would work well, in my opinion. I feel like that's good. Like I said, though, the movie universe is not the same. But do you think we'll ever get an answer in the games? What was in the FNAF 4 box? I don't think so. I'll be real. For now, I think the best idea, the best theory that we have with the FNAF 4 box is that inside the box is William Afton's trophies. From his victims. But if you guys have any other ideas what's in the FNAF 4 box, like maybe it's like blueprints of the original animatronics, or blueprints of Fredbear and Spring Bonnie, or something like that, or like family heirlooms. But I feel like the victims' toys and stuff fits FNAF well. I think that's very creepy and terrifying. Number 2. And I feel like this one is going to make people talk a lot in the comment section and divide a lot of people. And it's the fact that the toy animatronics and the wizards, the prototypes, are not possessed in the movie. They are all controlled by one victim, and it is the puppet, Charlotte Emily. So, in the games, in FNAF 2, we always thought at least the wizards were possessed. We had ideas that the toys might not be possessed because they've been because they're advanced robots and they were designed to see a predator from a mile away. Phone guy says so. They've been like tampered with, so they attack any adults or attack anybody. Like we assume like maybe William Afton hacked into them to kill the night guards, but I think we've always assumed that at least the withered animatronics are possessed because of the death mini games. In the death mini games, we obviously see the puppet putting on the heads, the animatronic heads on the victims, and also the toys. Like we did theorize as well that the toys might be possessed because there is another death mini game where we're playing as withered Freddy roaming around, and there's other victims around the location. So again, people were assuming like, oh, this means that these possess the toy animatronics as well. But in the movie universe, it's only the puppet in this location who is possessed, who is possessing one of the animatronics. The other animatronics, all the toys, Balloon Boy, and the wizards, the prototypes, are not possessed. They're all controlled by the puppet. The puppet can't leave the FNAF 2 location, remember. The puppet cannot leave. There's a security system and the music box as well, where she cannot leave that location. So how did she, put the heads on the victims of William Afton in the FNAF 1 location? It doesn't make sense. So I feel like that's been scrapped by Scott in the movie universe. It's safe to assume that anyway, because in the FNAF 2 movie, we never see the puppet taking care of other victims or putting animatronic heads on victims like William Afton's victims. We don't see any of that. So I feel like in the movie universe, that's completely scrapped. And the puppet is more of like a vengeful spirit in the movie universe rather than taking care of the children and the victims and stuff. There is no relationship with Charlie and the FNAF 1 animatronics in the movie universe. There's nothing. There's no connection at all. So it's safe to assume that that's been scrapped in the movie universe. And again, this is what makes things controversial now, because like I said, we're assuming that the movie universe is separate to the game universe, right? We know that anyway, but has Scott retconned things in FNAF 2 now, where he's now saying that only the puppet was possessed in the FNAF 2 location and the puppet was controlling all of the toys and all of the wizards now. So yeah, guys, I can't lie. I actually like the idea looking back at FNAF 2 and thinking now that the puppet was controlling all of the animatronics. At least the toys, anyway. Lore-wise, it gets a bit crazy when you think that the wizards weren't possessed and they were just used for prototypes and stuff, but kind of like the idea that the puppet was controlling them all. I think it's cool. Let me know your thoughts on that, guys. Do you like the movie story on FNAF 2 location with the puppet, or do you prefer the games where, the wizards or the toys were possessed and, the puppet was just a part of it? Please don't get heated in the chat, guys. Like, remember, these are different universes, but it's very interesting, like, if Scott's picked parts of the game universe and obviously put it into the game in the movies. What parts has he picked out, or what parts has he changed? Okay, guys, the next thing we've got to talk about is Circus Baby. Now, if you guys have noticed, in the movie, when Baby shows up, and Baby in general, Baby has green eyes, and a lot of people have been discussing this and talking about it. So, Baby has green eyes. Baby only has green eyes after she's possessed by Elizabeth Afton. If you remember in Sister Location, the mini game, Circus Baby was made with blue eyes. Circus Baby originally had blue eyes, but when Elizabeth Afton, who has green eyes, gets killed by her and then possesses Circus Baby, her eyes turn green. So that is the lore behind Sister Location and the possession of Baby. In the movie universe, Baby already has green eyes. So does that mean that Circus Baby is possessed by somebody in the movie universe? And is that going to get explained in the movies? We'll have to wait and see. It's very interesting. It is very interesting because for a start, why, if Circus Baby was just programmed to just be a robot, right? Why the hell did Circus Baby in the corner of the room just literally go like this and stared at Vanessa? Like, if that crazy clown is not possessed, why would a robot just do that? So, and who is possessed Baby right now? Like, who is possessing Baby in the movie universe if she actually is possessed? It's very interesting. Is there a younger daughter that we still don't know yet? Is Elizabeth Afton canon in the movie universe, and they haven't showed that yet? It's interesting. It's interesting. Or in the movie universe, is Circus Baby just possessed by a random victim? Who knows? Who knows, guys? It is very interesting, and I know people have theorized like maybe Vanessa was adopted or something, and Vanessa isn't an OG Afton. And like William's youngest daughter died, and then like they adopted a new daughter. I don't know. It's very interesting. And again, I wonder how they're gonna explain it in FNAF 3, or maybe they just didn't think about it. Maybe they just made Baby have green eyes, and they were just like, yeah, okay, you know, that's it. She's not possessed by anybody. It's just like a continuity error or something. But then again, surely Scott would have been like, hey, can you change the Circus Baby's eyes to blue? That's an interesting one, isn't it? So let me know what you guys think. Do you think Circus Baby at that point when Vanessa sees her in the attic, is she possessed by somebody? And who is she possessed by? The curious thing is, like, we never see William Afton's wife in the movies. So maybe in the movie universe, William Afton's wife is possessing Circus Baby. Who knows, though? Who knows, guys? Who knows? The last one I've got to talk about is Michael Afton. So I've seen a bit of a divide with Michael Afton, but more people are starting to like Michael Afton in the movies, I think. I think at first people were like, oh my God, if this turns out to be Michael Afton, like, I'm going to be so upset. For some reason, people assumed that Michael Afton in the games was a good guy. And I think he is. I think he, you know, sorry, let me reword this. Michael Afton is a very interesting character, right? We assume that Michael Afton caused the FNAF 3 fire, or in FNAF 6, he ends it all and he dies with his father and stuff, and Henry. I've always thought that Michael Afton is somewhat evil. I don't know what manipulated evil, because guys, listen how he sounds in this location, bro. He sounds evil. He sounds evil. He's like, Father, I found it. He was right where it was you said.
Father, it's me, Michael. I did it. I found it. It was right where you said it would be.
And he sounds like a villain. I just think he was manipulated by William, and that's how he's represented in the movies. That's how I'm going to assume what's going to happen, guys, because, you know, I said this in the last video. Yes, Michael Afton in FNAF 2 is a bad guy, but there's more to him than just a bad guy. Like, I saw how Freddie Carter portrayed him at the start with Lisa and the paranormal investigators. He looked scared what he was doing. He wasn't fully committed. And like, I just, hopefully anyway, that in FNAF 3, we do see that, you know, he was manipulated by William as a kid, you know, with the FNAF 4 house and the nightmares, and, you know, and I hope he gets a redemption arc where he does face his father at the end and sacrifices himself or something like that. But, you know, it's still early days for Michael Afton's character development in the movies. But yeah, some people just assume that Michael Afton was a good guy in the games because, you know, he helped kill William Afton with the fires and stuff. But that hasn't been shown yet in the movie universe yet. We've just got the origin, like not the origins of Michael, but like the middle bit where Michael's still evil and he's like divided between being a good guy or keeping his father's legacy going. But yeah, like in the game universe, when he was speaking first about going down to this location, he sounded evil, bro. Let's be real. So yeah, that's another thing. That's just another little thing I wanted to talk about and try and explain to people that Michael is just a he's my favorite character. Freddie Carter is absolutely amazing. I think he is the perfect Michael Afton. And I really do hope we see the development of that character in FNAF 3. Backstory on why he wants to continue his father's legacy. Like, what's happened to him? Because we know that Vanessa got manipulated by William too in the movies. Like FNAF 1, for example. She was still trying to... She was going to the FNAF 1 location and keeping it secret and helping him out, you know? Like, Vanessa was manipulated too, but Michael Afton way worse. And I'm hoping that they show the FNAF 4 bedroom and stuff when he was younger. And I feel like that would be some great character development for Michael. And people will then be like, oh, that's why he was evil in FNAF 2. It's clear as day because, you know, he was tortured by his father. So all this, by the way, talking about all of this makes me so excited for FNAF 3, bro. If it's done well, with some of the ideas that we spoke about, I feel like it could cook, guys. Like, I really do. But yeah, the one with most certainty that I'm confident about, lore-related, movies to game, is the box. I feel like that would make the most sense out of all of the stuff we spoke about today. That fits really well in the game universe. I'm going to leave it there, guys. I hope you enjoyed today's discussion video. If there's anything I've missed, please let me know in the comment section. And I hope you enjoy it. I just love talking about FNAF. Like, just little videos like this, not too complicated. Just talking with you guys. I think they're fun. And yeah, I'm just excited for FNAF in general. I just love it. Take care, lots of love. Thanks for watching. Let me know your thoughts, please. Don't go crazy. Don't start hating each other. It's just a fun video. And I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.